Hello everyone. Today we will start our lesson on data structure. First of all, we need to know about array. An array is a constant object that holds the fixed number of values with a single type. That means those type can be as integer, character, etc. Those types of some values are needed to be organized by induction is known as an array. Array in C. C means C programming. An array is a collection of variables with same type. That means if the variable type is character type, then all the elements should be in the character type that are referred to through a common name. That means that in this section here in this for loop we have declared an integer x where its size is 100. Because we have declared its type is integer, so the values in this array which is named as x, all values should be integer. By this for loop we are putting the value of t in this x integer, and then finally we have printed the value of x by indexing. When the index value is 0, then x 0th position it have the value 0. In 1 it have 1. It goes up to 9 and printed the value which is x, and index number is 9 and the value is 9. This xt is known as an array. Here t is the indexation section and x is the variable array name. This is an example of an array in C programming with its output. Array algorithms. In this section, an array that uses a single subscription which is called one-dimensional array. This because the index is used to access the values in this array. It sells like a numeral box of line upon a line. That means if your array looks like this, that means here in this indexation section you have these values in a single line like this one. This could be a single line array, or this is also known as one-dimensional array. But a two-dimensional array refers to index numbers to access the array. That means it will have in this x section after t it will have another index section. If it have, then it would call as a two-dimensional array. Traversing array algorithm. By this algorithm you can easily traverse, that means visit all the points of an array. In this section we have visited all the indexes from 0 to 9. That's why we traverse from 0 to 9. By this algorithm you can easily traverse any array. Here you have LB, the starting position, and repeat the 3 and 4 while it is not the UB. 3 is apply process to LA, that is a visiting element, and then increase the counter every time. First, let's suppose it visited the 0th position, then it visited the 0 and increased by 1, and now it is in the 1 position. Then it visited the 1 position and increased by 1, which is 2. Then it will visit the position 2 and increase by 1 to make the index 3. That's how it works until the highest position. When the visiting element is index number 9, suppose index number 9 is the highest point, it visited the 9, and when it increases by 1 and get its value 10, then it will check this loop section. Now this loop is false and it will not go to 3 and 4, and that's how the loop ends. And that's how the traversing of array algorithm works. Array declaration. First of all, we need to declare the type, then the array name, then the array size. Here, the type is double, and balance is the array name, and the size is 10. That's how we declare array. Array initialization. In this section, we have first the type, then the name of the array, then the size of the array. In this size means that we can have 5 elements in this balance array. Here we have double section, which is the which is similar to the floating section. That is why we can have 1000, then 2, 3.4, 7.0, and 50.0. By this, in this section, we have seen that all values are in double type, and here are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 values, which are indexed by the size. We can also initialize by avoiding declare the size. This will automatically generate the size in this index and size section. We can also index separately by balance, then the index number is 4 here. In this 4 number we have the value 50 because this is index 0, this is index 1, 2, 3, and finally 50 is in the index 4. That is why we can use the balance index number 4. That means in 4 number index the value is 50. Those are the methods of array initialization. Now, accessing the array elements. First of all, you need the data type, then the variable name, then the array name and the index number. Here we need to go to the 10th element, but we have written 9 here because indexing starts from 0. That is why the 10th value will be index number 9. That is why we have used balance, which is the array name, and then the index number is 9. So the 9 number index value will be displayed here. Now, bound checking. In C, there are no check to see if the substring is used for an array existed the size of the array. Data entered with a very substring extended for the array size will be simplified by placed in the memory outside of the array, probably on the top of other data or on the program itself. No error message will warn you that you are going to bound the array size. This code is for checking the bounding size. Here we have the number, which is the num, or which is the array name, and its size is 40. But we have a for loop which runs till 100 section, which is bounding the size 40 because it have 100 elements, but the size is 40 here. This is the bound checking. Passing array elements to the function. By these two process or methods we have call by value method and another one is call by reference. In this first call by value method, if the data is passed by the value, then the data is copied from the variable and used. For example, in main section with variable used by the function, and in call by reference section to pass the value by reference, the arguments pointers are passed to the function just with the value. We will see the example of them in future. When to use call by value and when to use call by reference is an important question for examination. Have a snap of this one. One advantages of call by reference method is it is using the pointer section so that there is no doubt that memory is used by the variable is the copy of